we could have a CMI model. The reason I'm not committing to that now is I want to make sure that the FDA and NIH to give us a bit more information about how to deliver care. For us, and he's done a great job this way of moving forward, and give the VA data so they can make wiser decisions.
There's one thing I'd add. There's nothing more expensive right now than the 21% of Americans have a diagnosable mental health research on the fact that over 20% of U.S. women are on these drugs.
Good in terms of do they work?
There's highly problematic research on the fact that over 20% of U.S. women are on these drugs that are prescribed for life. We have a mental health crisis, and
do they work?
No. They don't. Me, I'm on a couple of them. And
I would not
I figured I'd be next, but no, it is definitely an issue for women.
But, Mr. President, what you and Secretary Kennedy unlocked is for the first time questioning this system, that where we spend 3 times more per capita than any other country in the world, and we are living 6-7 years less. We have the highest rates of suicide and depression in the developed world. The incentives of our system.
And by the way, autism, which we're really working hard on, right, Bob?
We have the highest rates.
And we're coming up with some pretty amazing findings.
Pediatric cancer is the highest rates in the world. We are struggling and paying more than any other country, and the power of this executive order is really representative and gives validation to the cries of Maha moms and the votes of Maha moms, because for the first time it's taking a therapy that's one time. This is a one time, not a lifetime drug that can change someone's life, and that's the power, and I think that's why the system.
So the antidepressants, all that we read about and we prescribe to our military, they're not very effective?
It's a lifetime drug, and
Well, even if it's lifetime, but do they...
look at what's happened as we've prescribed them and made them one of the most prescribed.
The numbers are not great.
Perhaps I could jump in from the scientific side.
Thank you, Mr. President. What's the timeline for those?
She just wanted to say something.
I think what's really important about your order is you include, we really want to understand why these rapid-acting treatments work. We need that for every treatment in mental health illnesses. Standard antidepressants in research, they do work for some people, but certainly not everyone. And if we think of cancer, all other conditions, we have a test to know which treatment is needed, and we don't have that for mental illness. It's guesswork.
This is tough. With that, it either works or it doesn't work, and you have the result with this year. No.
Part of this order, I think it's really important that we're able to have the investment to understand who does this work for, and the test to accompany that. So thank you for making that.
Do you think this can be a big step above antidepressants, what we're doing?
Yeah. I think it can be identifying who doesn't respond to an antidepressant straight away, rather than waiting for years. And
what percentage of people respond positively to antidepressants?
20 to 30%.
That's not great.
No.
That's not great. Well, thank you very much.
Mr. President, what's the timeline for those with mental health disorders, substance abuse disorders, to
President Trump? We are now down to that time frame on a routine basis instead of a year. In my opinion, we need the same level of urgency we had with HIV for PTSD and depression and anxiety in our mental health disorder, and cancer and heart disease and so many other conditions. So you're going to see decisions out from the FDA later this summer, as soon as we get the applications.
That's great. That's great.
And Mr. President,
I like that. I really like that answer.
Thank you, Mr. President. And then in regards to the timing of the executive order, was there not enough known about this treatment a year ago, or 5 years ago, or 8 years ago to sign the executive order that you signed?
So you want to answer that question? Go ahead.
I just added 2016, the lead
A year ago, or 5 years ago, or 8 years ago to sign the executive order that you signed.
So you want to answer that question? Go ahead.
I just added 2016, the lead professor at Johns Hopkins said this was the most promising therapy that he's seen in his career, and many doctors from leading institutions said that. There's been a hold, there's been incentives against this, and the bravery and leadership of President Trump.
So you think artificial barriers?
Yes, it started, and this, to be clear, is starting a fast-track scientific process that's subject to FDA approval. But this has been known among leading institutions for many times as a very promising therapy.
So could it not have been signed in your first term, or there just wasn't enough information known about it?
Nobody told me about it, frankly. I got, all of a sudden, I've been getting a lot of calls. I think a lot, in all fairness, I think a lot's been learned over the last.
डोनाल्ड ट्रंप मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि ईरान अमेरिका को ब्लैकमेल नहीं कर सकता, ईरान के साथ अच्छी बातचीत चल रही है।
बुलेटिन से फिलहाल इतना ही।
मजीद खबरों और अपडेट्स के लिए देखते रहिए GTV न्यूज।